Hello and welcome to another midweek reflection. I've made it back from the wild north and my week walking Hadrian's Wall, and I had a really wonderful time. I'll tell you more about it next week for reasons that I hope will make sense in a bit. But yeah, it was a fab week, and yet it was also good to get back on Monday evening. There's something about sleeping in your own bed and being in your own home with your own sofa, your own fridge, your own TV that's a real comfort. And it's a comfort, of course, that not everyone has. Estimates suggest that today around the world there are 80 million displaced people, those who have been forced from their homes because of conflict and violence, because of natural disaster, because of the effects of climate change. For all sorts of reasons, they've been forced to leave their homes and travel elsewhere. And often the welcome that they get when they do isn't one of warm hospitality. Well, this week is Refugee Week, and so it's a week in which we're especially encouraged to think about, to pray for, to act for those who are displaced within our community and beyond. And it's great that it happens to be within this week that our English classes are now back up and running, and so we thank Robert and Peter and Viviane and all those who support those former refugees who have become our friends and who live in our community. And that's one way in which we show our belief that God wants us to welcome those seeking refuge. We know that Jesus himself was a refugee when he and his mum and dad had to flee, his earthly dad, for you theologians, adopted dad, when they had to flee where they were and go to a foreign land because of the threat to Jesus' life and to those of all newborns. And so they fled to Egypt, which we also know is the place where some who are now a part of our church community spent time on their way fleeing from their country of origin to the UK. And throughout the Bible, we're encouraged to welcome the stranger, to make space for the other, to look after refugees. And as alongside the English classes, one way we do that at St David's Uniting Church is to support DPIA. So for those of you at Castle Square or in our wider online community, you might not have heard of those letters being put together. It stands for Displaced People in Action, and it's a Welsh-based charity that helps those who are seeking refuge in our communities. It helps them with things like a little extra money for travel, for stationery if they're studying, for some medicines and necessary equipment that they might need, that might be overlooked by some of the bigger help that they might be receiving. And St David's Uniting Church have been supporting them for years, and so the people of DPIA wanted to share their thanks for our support, which it is of course a privilege to offer. At the end of the video there'll be a link to Displaced People in Action's Just Giving page, so if you feel moved to give a little or a lot, however much you can, then that might be a great thing to do this refugee week. Otherwise you might want to Google the week and find out all sorts of activities online that you can get involved in, the ways in which we can hold those in power to account to make sure that Wales and the UK can be as fair and just a society and a country as we can. So you're going to see the video and then you'll see the link, and you won't see me again. So go well, God bless. Oh, and at the end, I don't know if there's going to be, I hope, because I've been away, I haven't caught up with Marcia and she's away as well, so there might be some sharing of art or different forms of art which have changed the way we see the world. And if there's not, then I just encourage you to keep considering that and perhaps to share it in other ways. That's about it from me. Go well, have a blessed week, and I'll see you next time.
Hello, I'm Louise and I'm the Children's Project Coordinator at Displaced People in Action. I wanted to take an opportunity to say thank you for all your very kind donations that you have given DPIA over the years. Many of the children, young people and their families who have attended our project have benefited from that support. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Farooq and I am the Chief Coordinator for Displaced People in Action. I would like to say a huge thank you for your support over many years. Your support has helped many asylum seekers and refugees to access essential items and services, and also help them to make a difference in their lives, however small it may be. We have tried very hard to keep in touch with our service users during the pandemic, to help them talk about their concerns, worries, and support them to ensure their voices are heard. We hope you continue helping us so we carry on helping more asylum seekers and refugees when they desperately need our help. For example, a few weeks ago, we helped an asylum-seeking couple with multiple health issues with a food voucher due to technical problem with their card. Your support helps us to help refugees and asylum seekers feel confident, become self-sufficient and better integrated. Thank you again.